Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you all are well at home. Today, I am going to explain the first chapter of geography, that is, representation of geographical features. First of all, I want to tell you about what is a map. A map is a graphical representation of the earth on a flat surface, and the professionals who make maps are known as cartographers. On the basis of purpose, four main kinds of maps are there. They are political map. This map shows the boundaries of countries and states. The next one is physical map. This map shows the physical features of a place or country like rivers, mountains, forests, lakes, etc. Next one is thematic map. This map is based on a particular theme such as distribution of rainfall, population density of a place, etc. The next one is topographical map. This is a large-scale map which represents the natural and man-made features in detail. We shall now discuss about topographical maps and learn how to interpret topographical sheet by identifying directions, colors, and conventional symbols. A topographical map has the same elements as a non-topographical map such as scale, legend, and north arrow. A north arrow is a graphical representation indicating the direction of north in an area. Then in a topographical map, the places which have same height above sea level are joined together by lines. These lines are known as contour lines. The next element of a map, that is the use of colors on topographical sheet. Colors play a vital role in a map. A variety of color can be found on a map. Each relates and represents different types of features. So the different type of colors which are used in a map are, first one is black color. It shows cultural features such as buildings, railways, power transmission lines. Second one is blue color. It represents water bodies that contain water such as lakes, rivers, falls, swamps, etc. Green color. It indicates vegetation such as forest, wooded areas, vineyard, etc. The next color is brown. It is used to show contour lines, their numbering, and sand features such as sandhills and dunes. Then the next one is red. It represents man-made features like main roads, grid lines, settlements, huts, etc. Yellow color. It represents all the cultivated areas. White color represents uncultivated area. The next element of a map, that is the scale of the map. All the maps are drawn according to the scale. So what is a scale? A scale is a ratio between the map distance and ground distance. Suppose if on a map the scale is given 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometer, it means if the distance between 2 points on the map is 1 centimeter, then the actual distance between the same point on the Earth's surface, that would be 10 kilometer. Then based on the size of the scale, maps have been classified as small scale maps and large scale maps. Small scale maps. These maps represent a large area but provide less detail. Large scale maps. These maps represent a small area but provide a great detail about that area. The scale of the map can be represented in three ways. So first way, how to show this scale on the map, that is the verbal scale or statement scale. In this type of scale, the words are used to describe ratio between the map distance and ground distance. It would be shown like this: 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometer. Then the second way to show the scale, that is representative fraction, or it is also known as numerical fraction. In this type of scale, the ratio between the map distance and ground distance is represented as a fraction. And the third way is graphical scale or linear scale. Linear scale of a map is a bar which usually represents the true distance of a unit length on a map. It is shown like this. It means each centimeter is representing 10 kilometer. It means If the distance between 2 points on the map is 1 centimeter, then the actual distance between the same point on the Earth's surface would be 10 kilometer. The same way, if the distance between 2 points on the map is 2 centimeter, it means the actual distance between the same point on the Earth's surface would be 20 kilometer. Then the next element, that is the direction. Direction is a major component of a map. The 4 major directions are north, south, east and west. These directions are known as cardinal directions. These are further divided into northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. These are known as intermediate directions. The next thing, that is conventional signs and symbols. As maps represent only a small area on Earth, there is a limitation of space. Signs and symbols indicate various features in a clear and simple manner in the limited space. These signs and symbols used in maps are governed by conventions, so they have been approved and accepted internationally. Thus, these common signs and symbols are called conventional signs and symbols. The next thing is keys and legends. Keys and legends are also essential features of a map. They carry explanations or meanings of colors, signs, and symbols that are used in a map. They are mostly placed on the bottom right or left side of a map. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe.